A lot of people believe this was a malicious prosecution.
Yes. Like I told you, I don't think that Diddy got locked up for the actual crimes that he was being presented. I think Diddy got locked up from number one, being rich, number two, being famous, number three, for that video of Cassie. That's all the shit came down to. Diddy got locked up for domestic violence. And all the antics and the shenanigans of him being gay and nut on his titties and watching other men, his old lady. Say, bro, that's still a preference. That's not a crime. That's a preference. You dig? But what he's actually, you hear me? What he actually got, time for, I just thought it was extreme and excessive. And I just let you know how the court system works. A lot of people back there is getting knocked off from wrong things, And I just think that's just how the justice system works. If they want you, they get you, and they got you, because they could. They do this, and we don't, So more of the story, this here, stay out of trouble, because when they want you, they get you. Period.
One of the things that came up was Diddy's immense jealousy. He's real jealous of women. If he's with women, he wants to control them. They say he wants to control every aspect of their life, everything they do. What is your thoughts on that? And did you see anything like that?
I've seen a couple of things like that, but to be honest with you, I don't think nothing wrong with that. I think that if a man has, like, women these days, they always talk about they want the alpha male. They want the man that got the money. And, not knowing, you heard me, that it come with a price. You dig? That comes with a price. You dig? If a man is funding your life, why would he not have control? Why would you not give him the control of being a king? That's just how I see it. A lot of people gonna look at it like, oh no, you shouldn't control a woman. I don't really think, you heard me, it's about controlling a woman. I think it comes down to, if you women these days, not all, you heard me, but some, most, if y'all want the man with money, you got to know the price that it come with. That's what I would say about that. Now, the Erick Sermon, shout out to Erick Sermon, you dig? He said that he was kicking it with Diddy's first baby mama in the car, and they was just friends. He says, you dig, that Diddy popped out and tried to swing on him, and Mr. Sermon respectfully was like, let's go around the corner, you dig? And they went around the corner, and Diddy in the car with him. And instead of them fighting, he said, Diddy told him to play this biggest song, bitch ass nigga. So how I feel about it, I feel no way about it. If you choose to deal with a man with money, it come with a price. And I don't think most women, even these days, even want to pay the price of dealing with a man with money. And that's the truth. It just sound good. You dig? Women like being in control. Women, not all, mind you, I'm not saying all, but most women like changing the narrative of a man. That's why they don't like a man being in control, is because they're the controllers. They like changing the narrative of a man. And number two, what the is Diddy baby mama doing in another car? How about that? I don't give a about you having no male friends and all that there. If you are my woman, you don't belong being in another man's car. And that shit all sound good, but Erick Sermon know he was that lady. Stop it. But okay, I'm gonna let you be great.
Let me throw this out there too.
To be great.
Misa used to be with Suge Knight.
Yeah, I know that. Yeah, I know that.
So she not the most loyal, person out there. She had Diddy's kid around Suge Knight, okay, when she was being with him.
That's I mean, Cam, that's women for you, ain't it? Come on now,
yeah.
Cam. Come on now, Cam. Come on now,
Man,
Cam.
come on, man.
And I hate
not
this.
not my ops, man. Not my ops, bro.
Say, bro, I hate to say this, and I'm not a woman beater, but that'll make you whoop a woman ass. You dig? But that's just me. You heard me? Oh no, you playing a different game. So yeah, bro, let's just stop it. Erick Sermon. Shout out to Erick Sermon. You heard me? All respect, dude. But nigga, if you got my baby mama in your car, you my baby mama. And you gonna play the game like y'all friends. Yeah, friends? I get it though. Whatever. And Diddy old duck ass, you heard me? He get in the car, talking about you want to fight and go around the corner and talking about play this biggest song. You old bitch ass. That'll me up too if I was Mr. Sermon. But hey, Diddy's a duck. Whatever. Shout out to him though, cause he changed my life. But walk like a duck, talk like a duck. It quacks. He's a duck.
I hear that, man.
Yeah.
Okay, now with all these crazy rumors about Diddy beating up women, there was even another one where I think Kurt said, that him and Misa were fighting in the street and he was, beating her up against the car. There's all these crazy stories about Diddy putting hands on women. How do you think Diddy's kids feel when they see these headlines and hear these stories? Because, there's so many stories. We do have the video evidence of Cassie. So, this stuff is credible.
Yes,
it's not like this stuff isn't credible, How do you think these kids feel when they see this stuff?
Number one, did it down bad for even having his kids around his whole trial situation. To your kids, you're the light and shining armor. I think Diddy shouldn't have had his kids around that. But just how I think and how I know from my experience with Diddy didn't have his kids around that besides trying to get mercy from the judge. And that's just all it was. And how I feel about Diddy putting his hands on somebody, especially women, I don't think it's right. But he living that life and, these women are choosing to stay. So it's like, I don't know, bro. I can't really give you the answer to how I feel or how his kids feel about all these accusations of him being a monster and malicious to women. I can't get an answer to that. It's because I myself has been in those predicaments towards I'm not the proudest person to say I haven't done it before, you dig? But I haven't been a habitual woman beater, you dig? But I will say, these women choosing to stay and all this and all that, all that shit wrong. There you go. All that shit wrong. Having your kids, you heard me, at trial is wrong. You trying to save yourself. You ain't bring your kids there to show support and all that. You brought them there to get mercy from the judge so you can get less time and they can feel sorry for you. Diddy, you ain't slick. That's just how I feel about that. Period.
Now, I heard you used to deal with Mika from Love and Hip Hop.
I sure
Can you
did.
tell me about that?
That was my dog. You heard me? Mika was a good friend of mine. I can't say we was in a relationship, but, we had relationship situations. And a lot of people, they sleep on Mika. She's really a good girl. In my era, she was a good girl. She wasn't on none of the stuff I see her on now, you dig? In my era, she was a good girl. I'm talking about I didn't had, I had a domestic violence case and an 8, and they gave me probation, and she went to all the little meetings with me. Every one of them, you dig? But with me and Mika, I couldn't really take Mika serious on that type of level. And one time we had an altercation towards, I just stopped dealing with her. And next thing you know, she was pregnant about Fetty Wap. That's how fast that girl move on fast. I guess I made the right choice, didn't I? That girl move on like,
yeah.
That girl move on fast. She move.
And Fetty Wap is in jail right now, right?
Yep. He is in jail right now. But I still, like I say, I'm always gonna speak highly of Mika is because she never done me nothing. Period. And when she was rocking with me, she was cool with me. So shout out to Mika.
What's up? This is Cam Capone. We got more content like this coming soon. So hit that like button, subscribe, and stay locked in to Cam Capone News.